All right, Bang Bang. Today is Monday. It is October 4th. Welcome to the Dog Walk presented by Barstool Sports. Snake Draft Monday. We have an in-studio guest and a fairly big announcement here. So Sydney's here. Sydney runs Barstool
Is it a
Outdoors.
guest?
Yeah, I don't know.
That's true.
You just, there you go. Pulled the rug out from under it, Chief. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So Sydney, Barstool Outdoors. How long have you been with Barstool now?
About 7 months.
7 months. You have transplanted to Chicago.
Yeah.
And you're here
Actually,
with us in our office.
Yes.
Well,
She's actually living with Whitesoxdave's dad.
Oh,
Yeah.
my hometown randomly.
I know. That's very funny. That's what I
It's
said.
very funny because it's small town USA. You blink your eye, you pass it on the highway, and Sydney moved there.
Hey, I kind of like it though. My backyard, you can see deer running. It's next to like the
Ooh.
trails.
Yeah.
She
So-
just watches dinner go by every night.
And
Yeah.
it's great. There is a little pond. I was like, I wonder if there's fish in there.
There are, if I know where you live. You told me where you live.
Creep.
I know exactly what pond you're talking about.
Oh,
it's
gosh.
stocked with bluegill,
Oh, perfect. Okay.
but they are just, it's like disgusting. It's disgusting.
Oh, you tried them out?
What's the biggest bluegill
No, I
you
mean,
ever
I
caught?
haven't.
Like 2 pounds. Actually, that's big.
That's huge.
That's
They're
huge.
like this fucking big.
In
They're
Missouri.
Like
Mm-hmm.
that's
huge.
a massive bluegill.
Yeah.
Oh,
I thought they got bigger.
really?
Yeah, I thought so. But
It's a pretty big one.
okay.
So, Sydney, you're going to be working out of the Barstool Chicago office when you're not on the road shooting feral pigs out of a helicopter and shit like that.
Exactly, yes.
So, welcome. We're excited to have you. This is this big. Like, it's only been the 4 of us since like we've started this. So,
It's funny
For
because
content people,
Yes.
give credit to Danny and Tom.
well, I
no
wasn't-
credit to the new guys, but Danny and Tom have been here for a while.
I'm
true.
saying on the mic. I'm saying like
yeah.
content. Clearly, I'm not just.
first woman employee with us, and ironically enough, she like does the most manly stuff.
That's
Well,
very
thanks
funny.
for
Yeah.
inviting me and letting me come down too with like open arms.
Of
You're welcome.
course.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
I'm
course.
excited to be here.
Of course.
Nobody
yeah.
consulted me.
So welcome. And,
Sorry. Very sorry.
And naturally, we thought this would be the best first fit. So the snake draft, and you weren't super familiar with him, but I was like, hey, get ready. Like, it's going to be serious. People, get really riled up with these things. And I thought it'd be perfect to do a hillbilly draft. But you came over the top. You're like, hey, I think we should change it to redneck because hillbilly has a negative connotation. And I never knew that.
They both do, but I think
think
redneck's worse.
I do too.
I feel like redneck and hillbilly, depending where you live and where you're at, you use them interchangeably for different reasons.
Mm-hmm.
But by definition, I have the definitions if you would
Oh,
like me.
please.
So by definition, if you can Google this too. So a redneck is a working class white person from a rural area, and a hillbilly is an unsophisticated country person.
Ooh.
That's a definition. So
Okay.
people, over the years have come up with different ideas for each definition, but by Google, this is the real definition.
And guess what? You guys say you think that's worse. Well, good thing we have the fucking official ruler because
Yeah.
she is the one that's able to make that call.
I think redneck comes with more pride, and that's like a historical thing of like being a farmhand in the field and like having a red neck. Either it came from being sunburned or wearing a red bandana around
Yes,
your
that's
neck.
exactly it.
Right,
Yes.
but that's a very proud group of people. And then I feel like hillbillies are more circumstantial to geography. I think rednecks are more south. I think hillbillies more like Appalachian, weird parts of Kentucky,
Yep.
Tennessee.
Upstate New York. I kind of feel like anybody
Yes.
can be a hillbilly.
I feel like
kinda-
Carl hit that on it.
Yeah, but I
Yes.
also think that there's more like extreme negative connotations with redneck. Like I think redneck, and I think people are like racist people in the South.
Well, I mean,
Brandon
You don't
Walker,
think so?
Brandon Walker, I think, would say that like hillbilly is offensive, but like, yeah, I'm a redneck. I'm from Mississippi.
yeah.
All right,
I
I
feel
could
like
be
if
way
you-
off on
Yeah.
that, I guess.
Yeah,
Well,
I
for
feel
like-
like, I'm
you
telling you,
bring
I
it-
feel like it comes and goes as each person thinks of it. I mean, what they kind of grew up knowing what the
Yeah.
term was
Right.
and how they.
Yeah.
Carl actually brought up a good point right there.
He did. And for the sake
Yeah.
of the draft, we're having fun. We're going to go with Sydney's definition, not Chiefs. Okay.
But I feel like, I mean,
Yeah.
I just want to throw that
I feel
out
like
there.
with the draft too, certain things that everybody can come up with can either go one way or
Correct.
the other, interchangeably.
I'm fully expecting your list to go so much deeper than ours. And I went to Southern Illinois, so I've had some great experience. One of my best friends from Staunton, and he takes pride in being like,
Country.
yes,
Yeah.
exactly. So I
Same.
was excited to do this. Yeah, you do as well. So
Yeah.
you're from Central Illinois?
Central Illinois, yeah,
Okay.
small town.
Yeah.
But
exactly. As you should. That's where you're from, and that's your roots. So, I thought it'd be fun. I thought it'd be funny. So,
Yeah, and I think this is great. It's gonna be fun. And I'm just kind of nervous that you guys are gonna bring it up.
It gets competitive, and punches have been thrown. We'll say that. So,
Okay.
I mean, you're in the
I'm
office
ready.
now. You might have to put up your dukes.
All
Get in
right,
the
I'm
ring.
ready.
Yeah, but she's tougher
Not
than
scared.
all of us. We've established that, so she'll be fine.
Are you CNC right now? Are you carrying?
No, I'm actually taking in a course next week.
Okay, there you go.
We have a no firearms policy in this office.
Don't worry, I feel safe up here.
There you go. Okay. Before we continue, congratulations to me on winning the Sopranos draft.
Yeah.
Very, very proud of that.
Rico probably was the foremost expert on that show, I thought. He had the deepest takes, but sometimes that doesn't win. Livia was a great pick, second overall.
Sure was.
Thank
You won.
you.
You won. Congratulations. Can we move on? Stop living in the past.
Well, it's
Right.
good. Ed is a big Sopranos guy, and he had that. You had that fucking draft circled. You know, he's got this like little list in his pocket he takes out. It's all handwritten. And you had the Sopranos draft circled for him. They announced
I did.
they were going to delay the Many Saints in Newark, and you could just see Ed salivating, licking his chops. I'm coming for that one last week of September, and congratulations.
I'm happy
I
about
fucked
it.
up about the many states in New York.
Why?
I Googled reviews this morning.
No.
Oh, you're an
I'm
idiot.
not going to
Don't
say
a
either
word
way.
to me.
I fucked
Shut
up,
up.
though.
Yes, please,
Don't even
Dave.
bring that up.
Go home right after this because I don't want to know.
I'm dropping it there.
Thank you.
Wait, what about the people who said we spoiled a show that had aired originally 20 fucking years ago?
Don't even engage them. They're idiots.
I will say this, though. I did feel really bad for social media Chuck, you know, our guy. And he's 6 episodes done away, and he saw a very big spoiler on the graphic.
I mean,
Because
he's
he
had-
runs social media, he has to post our graphic on the main page. Now I'm like, Chuck, I'm sorry.
I mean, it's on him. When was the final season? 2008?
Yeah, but also like a lot of people are going through it right now because they're trying to get caught up before the movie
Right.
drops.
I think New York Times like did an article.
Yeah, I
about,
saw that. I
About
saw that.
why all young people are watching The Sopranos.
I saw
which
that.
they should. I'm glad
yeah,
they
yeah.
are. But
Yeah.
have you seen it?
No.
I know Glennie was real fired up, but they lost. So, whatever. All right, let's do order. Sydney, social media Tom. Not social media
Producer Tom.
Producer Tom. Has the number 1 through 5 behind his back. What number is it?
4.
No.
2.
No.
3.
Yeah.
Look at his face. He wanted no part of that.
I didn't.
He wanted no. That's just fucking. Get a bad pick. Control the narrative. He's already like, oh, like we got to establish before the draft. We got to establish if it's hillbilly or redneck. I was like, you just want.
I
us.
didn't say that.
Yes, you did.
No,
What-
I didn't.
What number do you want?
Fuck you. I'll take first overall.
Wow. Okay. Whitesoxdave 1 through 4.
3.
No.
2.
Yeah.
I'll take number 2. 1 through 3. Sydney.
1.
No.
2.
No.
I'll take 5th.
All right.
What was the number?
Oh.
3.
Got it. 1 or 2. Sydney.
2.
Is it-
Yeah.
Okay. Do you want 3 or 4?
3.
Okay.
I haven't gotten a number right in so long, Tom, that I'm going to start investigating this.
That's 2 in a row. I wanted the 5th pick.
I want Danny back in here doing this.
I
wanted
had
to-
a run, though, in November, December, where I'm not joking. I
It
might have
never
gone,
even
like,
got to me,
8
I
for
feel
8
like.
on picks.
Yeah. I if Eddie didn't say anything, I would have taken the 4th spot, so then I could have just blamed it on that. But then he bullied me. So
Because
I took-
nobody wins in the 4th spot. Other thing, this is a draft where I don't think draft position matters as much.
I would
No,
agree.
for sure.
I
For
would
sure.
agree.
Like with fruit, obviously you got to play the board.
Yep.
Candy, you got to play the board. But this is we're blank canvas.
Yep. No categories. Just open-ended
Redneck.
redneck.
All right, let's get into it. Before we do, though, Sydney, now that you're welcome with the crew, we do have to say there's one very important thing to us here. And it's a certain beer that we all bond over and we all hang out with. Carl, can you let her know what it is?
The beer we love the most is great tasting, less filling, ice cold, delicious, 96 calorie, best Pilsner of all time, Miller Lite. We love it.
Perfect. I love it.
Okay. All right, good answer. Miller Lite, obviously.
Wait, we
cheers.
take this shit seriously if you're moving to the Chicago office.
Hey, I'm as serious as it gets.
Okay.
Don't you worry.
Obviously, hanging out with friends doesn't require a special occasion. In fact, some of the best hangouts are just you and a few friends, and some Miller Lite is the best way to go about it.
Yeah.
Right, Carl?
Whitesoxdave loves it. We had a couple at a garage party. No, garage sale.
Garage sale. Yep.
That was a big yard sale.
Always dependable.
Dave, you and I went. We looked at pitching wedges. We had a couple beers.
Oh yeah.
Hey, Dave and I had one at the Sox game.
That's true.
There you go.
Yeah, first time we met.
Always dependable. It's always dependable.
No matter where you are, what
Yeah.
situation you might find yourself in.
So Miller Lite, great taste, 96 calories. Go to MillerLite.com/redline to find the delivery options near you. Or you can pick up some Miller Lite pretty much anywhere that they sell beer. It's Miller time. Celebrate responsibly. Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. 96 calories and 3.2 carbs per 12 ounces. Okay, number 1 overall pick.
All right, so I think
Chief,
this
you're
one
on the
is
clock.
very, very chalk. It's not super creative. But one of the reasons why I said I wanted to go fourth is because I want to see what other people were doing. But I'm going to take a chalk one here. Then I get to watch you guys do 9 picks and maybe adapt or change my...
Feel it out.
Yeah, feel it out a little bit. So I'm going NASCAR. So NASCAR, I feel like
Such a
that
layup,
is
yeah.
that is the redneck sport. You get 200,000 people going into like random places in Virginia and Charlotte, all over the South. It seems like it's universal. Are you a NASCAR person?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
I like to watch.
it's not for me. I never really understood it, but somehow it's like the most popular sport like in the world, in the South at least. And so I feel like that is an easy layup, chalk, 1-1 pick.
So if you don't like NASCAR, is that then thus a pander?
But who am I pandering to?
I don't know.
There's nobody to pander to here.
I don't know. This I'm just thrown off because normally
You're right.
you stay down this straight narrow.
But I'm
path.
also-
So first overall pick.
But
not a lot of
I'm
personal.
also not a redneck.
Yeah.
So like none of these picks are going to like apply to me personally really in this draft.
Correct.
It's just like
You better hope
it's
not.
just well,
I
some of them
appreciate.
might.
I appreciate what you tried to do.
Yeah,
there.
he-
No, I'm
Yeah,
trying-
that
no,
was it.
I'm
He
just-
knows he's been sitting on
He-
that
No,
forever.
I'm looking at the
This
pot, just saying,
fucking-
hey.
he either panders or he slanders. That's Carl's entire game plan. He's trying to slander my good name.
I'm
right
a guy
here,
who
first
admitted
pick.
to skipping through Dr. Melfi scenes on a rewatch. I took oatmeal cream pie in the first round. I took Funyuns in the third round of school snack draft.
No,
Don't
he's
start
really
talking
trying
about
to
this.
change the narrative
Come
here.
on,
but
Sydney,
we're
sorry,
28
I
wins.
No,
we're
you're good,
100 drafts in. People know
Sorry,
what you're
28 wins.
Sorry
I
for
think
you
it's
to
a
see us this
totally,
way. Fair
like you
number
said,
1
chalk
overall.
number 1. Yeah, for sure.
I would agree.
actually have heard it's fucking awesome though.
So my sister, she lived in Charlotte for a long time, and she would go to like the Coca-Cola 600, I think, is in Charlotte, and it's a big event. She says the tailgate scene is unbelievable.
Oh, I heard
It's
it's sick,
so much fun. So I don't want to go to like the Joliet Speedway.
I heard that's fun too. Though.
My dad has gone to it, the Chicagoland 500, whatever the fuck it's called. My dad's like one of his best friends. Has tried talking him into for years and years, and like 5 or 6 years ago, he's like, "Fine, I'll go," and he's like, "Oh, I'm never missing it again." You said the tailgate scene. He's like, I don't give a shit about the race itself, but he's like, it's a massive party.
Yeah.
I have a lot
And
of
that's at
respect for the guys
Chicagoland,
that
which is like, who gives a fuck? You know,
Joliet or
it's
where?
not- yeah, Joliet. It's not like Bristol or something.
Yeah.
Which I'm sure is even.
That's the one I was thinking about in Virginia.
yeah, it's right on the
Yeah.
Tennessee and Virginia border.
Yeah, because I remember Tennessee played Virginia Tech there. And they
Right.
had, like it was like the biggest college football crowd.
Like 200,000,
ever.
yeah.
Yeah.
You
I
could
had a
fit like
buddy at my
5 big
corporate
houses in
America
there.
job who would go to NASCAR events in Vegas with his dad, and he would wear the soundproof headset, but then they'd have the transistor radio that would connect to the car's radio frequency so you could listen to the pit crews talking.
That's actually-
You were talking
that's
about
cool.
diehards.
Yeah.
Like he would go, he had the spot he likes to sit. I like to sit halfway down the center of the track. My dad and I, we tune into our fucking Denny. You know, we listen to what's going on. Like that's a real fucking
I like
sense
that.
of loyalty. And if you could listen into like a defensive coordinator,
Oh, that'd be awesome.
amazing.
Yeah.
I like that.
How do they stop the other drivers from listening in?
I don't know.
That's a good
Because
question.
I think you got to worry about your own team, right? Everything's happening
Oh
so
yeah,
fast.
yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
but,
100%.
like,
You don't have time.
You
for
could
that.
have a guy in your crew whose
It probably
only
is.
job is to listen to like who the top 3 guys are.
Be like having a guy in the pitching staff
Hey,
whose
that guy's
job is just
running-
to watch the
he's-
pitcher.
Like, just like that.
Anyways.
Yeah, it's a good pick. I'd like to go to Daytona or Talladega someday.
It's a great country song too.
NASCAR, yeah, it is.
Talladega.
All right, it's to me. I mean, simple. Another chalk. I'm going with mudding. I mean, to play in mud, to like find that as an entertainment activity.
Wait, what?
Mudding?
I don't know what mudding.
You never
is.
heard of mudding?
I don't think so.
Sydney, explain mudding for me, please.
Okay, so
You're gonna get
I
this
have
a
a
lot.
question.
Oh,
If I have a pick that's kind of similar to,
what I
Mudding?
just picked? Yeah.
is that out the door?
We'll have to see.
You
Because
could-
otherwise, I'd expand on that, but I don't want to give away a pick.
Yeah. There you go. She's
Smart.
Quick learner.
She's smart.
very quick learner.
You can say it, and it's a 2 veto rule.
Well, shouldn't we just have Eddie explain what it is so
Yeah.
she doesn't
Yeah.
fall into
Yeah,
that
so
trap?
mudding is basically you hop in with a bunch of buddies in a car or an ATV or whatever it is, pickup truck, and you go into a mud pit and you just like do donuts and you just fucking circle around.
So it's just like off-road.
yes, it's just
off-roading.
playing in the mud.
And it's just called mudding?
Yeah.
That's redneck.
Yes. Fuck yeah, it is.
It's,
big
it's
redneck,
fun.
yes.
It's fun. That's a lot of fun.
I don't know if
See-
Hillbilly's mud either. So that's a very red. It feels like that would be so redneck. Good pick.
Oh yeah, Shane Gandy, R.I.P. If you ever seen the show Buck Wild on MTV, he died mudding.
Yes.
Damn.
His car, there was so much mud that it
Drowned
whatever.
him or something?
No, it clogged up the fucking pipe that brings out the monoxide.
Oh,
And it,
fuck.
you know, just
car
died.
exploded?
Yeah, no, he just died because of
Like the
carbon
carbon
monoxide.
monoxide.
poison. Yeah.
Jesus.
Tommy Smokes might have had a point.
So be careful if you're mudding. But yes,
Yes.
I don't think there's anyone more redneck than mudding.
I've never even heard of it till
I'm
today.
just going to expand on this because I have other picks that I
Yes.
could use.
Yeah.
So when I was younger, when I would mud, I would hook. When I would go mudding, we had a side-by-side. A lot of people drive their Razor, their side-by-side, whatever it is. And then we would hook a sled to the back of our Razor. And we would just get mud slung into our face on the back of the sled while
See?
people were driving. It's so dangerous. I don't know. We were like 12 years old.
So is it like what's fun about it? What's the
You just-
I'm just like what's the allure of mudding?
You're just
You're just in the mud.
going fast. You're just going fast on the side-by-side and just getting hit in
But
the
you
face
can
with
do
mud.
that on like a jet ski and not get muddy.
Okay, listen, I think you just gotta try it to get the
Okay.
experience.
Yeah. I mean,
No,
none of you guys have ever heard about mudding?
I have.
You've never heard mudding?
What?
Like off-roading,
Really?
like Chief
I've
said.
heard of off-roading and like
Uh-huh.
we would do like ripping donuts and stuff in parking lots when it would snow. Like,
yeah,
that's kind of
because it was easy.
yeah, but like
If you're trying to figure out if mudding would be available in the 4th round, I think the answer is yes.
Yeah. Well, that's interesting because to me it was definitely like a auto first rounder. Like that's like the
Okay, so I
Easiest
just
pick I
googled it.
had.
and
that's
it's also
downstate ed.
known
Yeah,
as
that is.
Yeah.
That is.
mud bogging.
Yeah, you
B-O-G-G-I-N-G.
just call them mudding.
mud. All right, mudding's
have
my pick.
Okay.
Sydney, you're up.
It's really, really, really hillbilly-ish.
So,
Redneck,
I don't know. I've got a lot of good ones. Okay. Here's one. This is from experience. Oh, wait, no, I'll do that one later. Okay, how about camo vest ties for prom?
I had that too. I had wedding, but like
Yeah.
yes, camo formal wear.
Yeah, for
Camo
prom,
formal wear, is
every
that
year
right?
people would be some people would be having a camo vest or have camo and green and on their dress.
Now, did they do that like to like poke fun at themselves,
Yeah.
or is that
No.
unironic?
No,
they just
it's-
think it
it's
looks
serious,
good. They
yeah.
just look good.
No, 100%.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's
That is-
Especially,
that's
it's like
really
a lot of
redneck
the
shit.
rednecks or a lot of the country people. That's what they would wear, and they're serious.
Now, did you consider this
Would I what?
when you
no.
were in? No. Okay.
No.
What color was your dress?
Blue.
Okay. Far away from camo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, this is a great pick. Like I said, I had it on my board too.
I don't think I've
You've
ever
never
seen.
seen where?
Like,
Have you
I
guys
don't
seen
think
that?
so. I don't
You've
think
never
so.
seen somewhere?
Like,
have you
I-
seen it, Carl?
Like I can picture people doing it, but that's why I
Yeah.
had to ask if it was a joke.
No.
because
Oh, no,
they're
it's
like,
real.
they're, like,
serious.
for real about it.
There's camo tuxes. There's everything.
This
Yeah,
country, man.
a lot of people would wear probably like a black suit with green, like the green in the inside, and then like a camo tie, and then the girl would wear like green dress, but like camo, like.
I feel like we're
bottoms.
in over our skis here. We're 3 picks in, and
I
3
feel
people
like
don't
I
know
want
what's
to
going
go
on.
study abroad in America.
I feel like I'm blowing your mind. Mudding? How have you ever heard of mudding?
Study
No, that's
abroad.
crazy.
Yeah, Muddin's wild. And I just, dude, there's just like this is like a pretty common meme with like people wearing this
Yeah.
shit with these tuxes.
I
I
don't
don't know
think
if
I've
I've-
seen it. I don't think I've seen it.
Yeah,
It's pretty redneck.
It's very redneck. It's very redneck. That's a very good pick.
These people are not from the same planet as I am, let alone like the whole same state.
Nobody is.
Oh no.
Yeah, drive 2.5 hours south.
Thank you, Tom. Nobody's on the same planet. But yeah, you're right. Very good pick, Sydney.
Thank you.
Very good pick. I like it a lot. Carl, you're up.
I have some activities. I've got some kind of bigger, I guess maybe like redneck motif style picks. But off the top, I got to take the number one stereotype if you're a redneck. I got to take it's like, I mean, I don't want to go down this path, but fucking your cousin.
I swear to God, that's why I picked
my
5.
gosh.
That's exactly what I was picking
And
5 for.
I could not let you get your hands on the incest or the
Fuck
cousin
you.
fucking. But like to me, you're like that redneck, like go fuck your cousin. Like the
Okay.
first thing that comes to your mind when you're like, you
1000%.
fucking dirty
Now,
redneck.
Sydney, is this a stereotype or have you?
This is a, like. Have I,
She's
you-
offended.
No,
She's
no,
offended.
no,
She's
no,
offended.
Ed!
She's offended.
Have you known someone that have done this?
I have never met anybody who's done that.
Okay.
Well, I'm from the north.
the
I don't know the
the
Oh, I swear I was
stereotype-
not asking if
I was trying to not draft like stereotypes
That's
like that.
mine is all stereotypes.
I feel like that is not real. I mean, I'm speaking for myself, like not realistic, but
Yeah.
But the stereotype is 1,000. That was my next. I thought there was no way you were taking that. That was my pick.
I'm sorry.
Back to back. Fuck you.
Does it alarm you that we're on the same page?
That's alarming to me.
me too. It's a little.
So on the graphic, you want to say fucking your cousin.
Well, it could be. I mean, if you guys think
I had
incest is
sex
more
with
appropriate,
Incest is proper.
but like incest is like that gets weirder. You know, like there's
But
What?
it's the same thing.
no. I mean, like, yeah, it is. I don't want this.
He's
This
gonna-
could get really heavy, so we'll just say like fucking your cousin is fine by me. I don't really care what the graphic says. I just know for purposes of making this pick, first round. Like,
How do you feel about this, Sydney?
I feel like a lot of people that aren't from the country have that idea in their heads. So I
Okay.
mean, I guess it is a good pick in
Yeah,
a way,
yeah, okay.
but
Don't be
I
nice.
don't think that rednecks do that. So
Damn.
I think that's just an idea in your head that's like not factual.
I think
It's an offensive stereotype. You're allowed to say
yeah.
that.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think it's
Hashtag
an
cancel Carl.
absolute fucking home run pick.
Cancel call.
yeah, I mean that's something you've been waiting for. I mean, go right ahead, rednecks.
I would fucking love it.
Oh my
If
god.
Redneck Twitter went after him,
Oh my god.
Oh
All right.
gosh.
Whitesoxdave, you're up.
so I thought I had 2 back-to-back that were going to win the draft. That was absolutely what I was going to draft. The next one I am taking is the Confederate flag.
Yikes.
Yeah, you guys are mad at me, huh?
Yikes.
This is Dave. This is Dave. What
How-
other draft did he do this? Oh, this is the worst ways to die draft all over again.
It's
This
but
really
it's
is.
true.
This is Whitesoxdave where it's like
If you picture like a redneck in your head,
I'm well aware, Dave.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, I might put this on my. I was like, you know what? I'll stray away from it. Why? Like,
Right.
but
why
it's,
even get into
we're
it?
trying to win here. We're not trying to
You're
play patty
going
cake.
to win with the Confederate flag?
I don't like the Confederate flag.
Disavow it.
I disavow
Okay.
it wholly.
Okay.
I don't listen. I don't really want to argue about this. I would maybe suggest going another direction so we could make a graphic this week. But that would be my only
I mean, you can
suggestion.
get. It
I
doesn't
don't
have
think
to,
we can publish a graphic.
No,
with
you
it.
can't.
Yeah.
No,
you
not
can't,
with the
'cause-
Confederate flag. Like just the flag itself. Like a bunch of rednecks, like in their fucking.
Dave, I'm well aware of what you mean. I just think you should pick something else.
I'm not going
And
to.
people could call me a.
I'm not going to.
What do you guys think?
I definitely-
It's as
definitely-
fucking redneck
Hey,
as it gets.
I thought I was towing the line with fucking your cousin.
Thank God we have something in place.
Sydney's about to move tomorrow.
We have something in place for just this situation. I veto.
Yeah, I'll veto too.
That's fucking stupid, you fucking bitches.
But then if
You are
that's-
such
hold
a bitch.
on. But if you're gonna
say it yourself, don't wait for him.
no, but if you're gonna act like this, then I take my veto back because I don't want to see Dave get this fired up.
I am fired up because it's a perfectly fine pick.
Dave's
I'll
going to
veto
get up
that.
here and start talking about states' rights.
I'll
What the
veto
fuck?
that.
I'm not talking about
Oh my
states' right.
God.
I am talking about the
Sydney's
So we're gonna
Confederate
take a
flag.
step back. I
And how
suggested we
I'm just gonna be
draft.
an audience watcher.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
suggested we draft big game animals to hunt in different type of geographic
Yeah.
settings, which we would not be here right now. We'd be in the fucking Serengeti.
good point, Carl.
Talking about exotic fucking camels.
Dave, I
and
just think you
shit.
should pick something else. Personally.
I
But
don't.
we're not. We're talking.
I don't think I should pick something
I
else.
do.
Why? You're like it's a thing. It's a thing. It's not that I'm not endorsing it in any way. It's a
Yeah,
thing.
but
Do you
it'll
understand-
appearances will say the
Yes.
appearance is that we are endorsing it. You
That
could sit
isn't.
here and say, I don't like it. I disavow it. I think it's bullshit. These people are racist. It's a horrible symbol of an outdated time.
I'm not in the business of giving people more ammo just because you want to have something on the graphic. That's kind of where
I'm
I
not
am
saying plop the Confederate. I'm saying go to Google Images and find rednecks with the Confederate flag.
All right, so everyone disagrees with you, Dave. So you're out.
Fine.
It's out.
Fine. I'll go back to something not. I'll go to mullets. There. I'm drafting mullets, you fucking assholes.
I like that. I also had that on my big board. Thought about that in the first round.
Hey, Dave, great pick. You're up again.
I hate you all right now.
Why? I don't. Never mind. But Mullets is. I mean, Mullets is a good pick, right?
Yeah, it's a good pick.
Yeah.
I feel like, though, a lot of city people have been rocking the mullet, too, because it's just a trend.
But it's...
Dana Beers.
I mean, he's doing that ironically in
No,
a
bro.
white trash way.
No,
and he
I
pulls
don't
it off
think
very
so.
well.
I think isn't the mullet kind of like a in?
I think the mullet is definitely associated with the rednecks. Definitely it's an in, though, with, like, other people in other categories. This is like a 2020, 2021
Yes.
thing.
Like I see a lot of TikTokers.
But
with, like, a
rednecks have
variation
definitely
of
rocked the mullet before.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like a lot of people rocked in the 80s, and then the rednecks were just like, nah, this is good. We're just going to keep
That's
it.
true.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want to say it's in, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
All right, Mullets. Dave, you're up again.
Then the next one I'll go is... So I always... We'll just call it moonshining.
All right. I like that.
I had making bathtub liquor, like bathtub gin or vodka, but we'll just call it moonshining.
That's good. I just think it's funny that Dave's like big draft strategy, if Carl wasn't here, was to go pick one, fucking your cousin, pick two, the Confederate flag.
We're talking redneck shit, are we not?
I mean, you have a point.
Thank you. Thank you.
And he
Yeah,
said,
moonshine's
No,
great.
I don't think anyone disagrees with the point. That's the point. It's just
Yeah.
I think that we shouldn't worry about what people who already have their minds made up about us think.
Dave said he was up all night thinking about these picks, laughing to himself. So he was thinking about the Confederate flag and
giggling.
Yeah.
What was the pick?
Moonshine.
Moonshining. Okay.
Yeah, have you ever known anyone who moonshine?
We tried to make vodka out of potatoes and a pressure cooker. Was that it in college? You could make it super easy. We didn't do it correctly, and we gave up really quickly.
Didn't work out.
Didn't work out.
We tried to make a cider.
Yeah, you told it.
Yeah, and it same thing. Didn't really work out.
Like 4 hours into the woods of Connecticut or some shit.
Up in Massachusetts, like climbing in prep school, like we spent all Sunday hiking through the woods to our still, and we just couldn't figure it out.
All right, Carl, you're up again.
Okay.
What are you giggling at over there?
What? Nothing.
No.
Find out.
This is
My picks.
Okay.
None of
Okay.
business, Dave.
I'm so mad right now. Yeah, all of you. Every last
What
one
are
of
you
you.
mad about?
Because it was a good pick. An appropriate pick.
We protected you.
We didn't. Like, I can handle myself. I don't need you fucking losers backing me up.
Okay.
Make your pick, Carl. Go.
So I was a little mean in the first round. I'll be a little bit nicer in the second round. I think rednecks have literally claim to the greatest shopping retail experience known to mankind.
Like
I'm taking Bass Pro Shops.
Oh.
No.
Really?
Do you know how many TikTokers wear a Bass Pro hat?
Yeah, that's true. It's like kind of in.
It isn't.
I mean, I just,
Bass Pro Shops is sweet.
yeah. And that's
Shout
like a
out
redneck fucking
JP
thing.
Morris.
Go in there and get new, like, I need a new shotgun. And I also need a fucking fly fishing rod. I need waterproof boots, camo overalls. You need everything. I think you can buy cars there.
Now, the one in...
Side by sides.
There's
Yeah.
one...
Oh, really?
And boats.
I always mix up Bass Pro Shop and the Great Outdoor World. Consider them the
They're
same
like
thing.
kind of the same thing.
Yeah, same thing. My dad and I went to the one by the Sears Center.
Yep.
To pick up a smoker about 10 years ago.
It's huge.
And it was like a 32-point buck, and it was killed in Manuka. And they bought it for, I want to say, $5 million. Can you confirm that a 32-point would go for a lot of money?
I don't know if they'd...
What is it? Like a 16 point is fucking big, right?
Yeah,
It was-
32 is like a big non-typical. A lot of them, so a lot of the deer too will just have little, call them like stickers, and they, like maybe the size of my finger will just pop out, count it as a point.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
It was
Yeah,
something
I know what you
There's
probably
big
think I was
non-typicals.
taking.
Oh yeah, I thought you were going completely somewhere else.
Yeah, me too.
No, I want a good, strong branded thing. Then people come back. I have other nice things to add to my list here that'll complement each other well as you move through it. But I like a Bass Pro Shop because to me this is like that's just good redneck living. Like this, that's a.
I don't.
I feel like it's not just redneck though.
No, that could be as city as possible. I think.
Dave went to the Bass Pro.
In Memphis.
No,
They turned
it was
the fucking
in
old
what would that
basketball
be?
arena into one?
Elgin.
See,
No,
Bass Pro's so
that's,
nice, you'd get
Hoffman
rednecks
Estates?
that would complain
Yeah,
that
Hoffman.
Bass Pro's too fancy.
That's okay.
You know what I mean?
Because a lot of people go to their local archery or bait shop.
Yeah.
See, now we're
Oh my
talking about
gosh, I
stuff
was like-
that you shouldn't have.
I was gonna take that, but now I can't.
Because I was in between. Do I want the big box attitude or do I want the small local? I went big box.
Bass Pro Shop's off the board. Sydney, you're up.
Okay, so cow balls hanging from the truck bed.
Fuck, I got motherfucker.
That's a real fucking redneck thing.
Yep,
Yes.
that was in my
Cow
plan.
nut sack from truck. Well, cow.
I
It
swear
couldn't
to
be a
God.
cow. It would
Eddie,
be
I'm
a
kind of
bull.
proud of you for thinking of that.
I know.
Have you seen them?
Oh yeah,
Oh,
all the
yeah.
time.
Oh, yeah.
I swear that was my next pick.
It was on my list as well.
I didn't have that one, but
it's
it's a
the
great
most
pick.
redneck thing I like. But you know what? As bad as it is, I always giggle when I see
Oh yeah, every single time. Every single time. Yeah.
it. I always giggle when
It's
I
just
see
the
it.
simple pleasures in life, Ed, and that's one of them.
47-point buck is the record.
Is it Southern Illinois?
It was in Tennessee, so close.
It's a great pick.
Yep.
That's a great pick. All right, it's to me. She took my pick, so I'm struggling right now. I'm just gonna go with. I'm gonna go with the one I thought Carl was gonna take. I'm gonna take Walmart. I mean, People of Walmart was like one of the best websites ever, and it was honestly one of my favorite things to do when I went to school down there. You would see some fascinating people at Walmart.
Can we
That-
talk for a second? here?
Yeah.
I
okay.
liked Walmart. I had it on my list as shopping exclusively at Walmart because
yeah.
But then that is a big hillbilly thing, which
I
is
feel like
you,
it's.
you're drinking
Oh, I
Mountain
don't-
Dew and you're doing like it's a big thing to go to like on Sundays and shit. And I used to work with a guy who grew up in Pikeville, Kentucky, which is like fucking hillbilly capital of the world. And he said on Sundays, the flocks that go into the Walmart, like it is such a fucking experience. But we made the distinction about rednecks.
Well,
See-
I think that's why I said.
And that's why I felt Bass Pro Shop was more appealing to rednecks, where Walmart was more appealing to hillbillies. But I think it's a good pick.
I think rednecks, like I said earlier, where we talked about rednecks and hillbillies can go back and forth depending where you're at. People call them one way or the other, just depending on what state, what area. So I do think that's a good pick. But it's also kind of like you're people watching because like the people come out of the cracks that you've never seen before. Go to Walmart.
Oh yeah, and you're right. It is like a big thing. Like, all right, I'm about to you drive. I'm gonna drive 30 miles over, and I'm gonna go to the local Walmart.
Well, and I was going to say that too. And I dated a girl from Tennessee whose sister lived in Winchester, Tennessee, which is where that Bonnaroo concert is. There's nothing there. Like the only shopping you can really do in that general area is to go to Walmart.
No, that's
Like,
a lot of places, especially when
Yeah.
I'm traveling. I'm
Yep.
looking up the local Walmart to buy my hunting license,
Yeah.
to get anything that I need, and my groceries.
everything.
Yeah,
Their logistics allow for that, where they can get the stuff around the country and they know what needs to be stocked and all that stuff. But a lot of people are mad because Walmart has basically eliminated all small business in
Yeah.
these
Yes,
rural
a lot of
communities.
people
But
get
then a
really
lot of the
mad.
people who live there are like, I don't give a fuck. We get Walmart.
yeah. Are a lot of people still mad about that or no?
And just like I feel like some places I have heard of locals are like, what the hell? Why is there a Walmart getting
Yeah,
brought to our town? But
yeah. No, I
some
hear ya.
people don't care either. I mean,
Yeah, and
there's
that's
just way to get food and clothes and
Yeah,
everything else that
totally.
you really need.
The Walmart, the Walton family net worth now. Does anybody have a guess of what it is? The family combined.
Over 100 billion.
100 billion.
87.
$235
Holy
billion.
Wow.
They're from Arkansas, correct?
The
Correct.
headquarters is in Bentonville, Arkansas, where the
Arkansas.
original store was built. And if people did their research, you would know Arkansas graded out as the first or second highest redneck state in almost all studies.
See, this is I think of
I've heard Hot Springs is a good time. Capone used to go down there.
that was back when they thought hot springs could cure tuberculosis.
It can't.
maybe it can.
Um,
To me, Walmart's like and I got this in my head, but I don't know how to put it into words. Walmart's more white trash than anything. Which
You said it, not me.
So we're on the same page. You know what I'm getting at?
Well, it's kind of that's like when you see people, you're like, oh my gosh, what are they doing? What are they wearing?
Ugh.
And
It's just-
listen, I don't have anything against Walmart. I just being from Chicago, I associated with that. I think there's one in the city limits.
I was just gonna.
We
ask.
do a real tough time. There's one in
on
Westler.
Clark,
The
yeah,
reason
right
is
by
the,
me.
The reason's obviously the minimum wage stuff. There's a good one in Oak Park, a River Forest area.
There's a
And then-
Walmart 2 feet from here.
But
It might be Broadway, actually.
you just always
One of the two.
associated with going back to Illinois, going
Yeah.
back to Southern, going back, like you associate Walmart.
Bless you.
At least I do. And I have nothing against Walmart. Go buy a one bite pizza from Walmart.
If
That's
you
true.
and if you have like young kids or something, there's probably a lot of people that listen to us that like rely on Walmart or Target or one of those two because the diapers to the fucking
Walmart has
milk.
some good finds.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
I mean, even clothes. A lot of like, I remember when I was younger, they had some bomb swimsuits.
Oh,
when I was growing up.
you just qualified that, though.
What?
When you were younger. I'll fucking buy a shirt from Target or jeans.
No, when I was
Yeah.
younger for the swimsuits. I don't even know if they sell as many swimsuits as they used to. So it was like a trend to like go to Walmart
Back
and
in
get
the
those
day.
cheap swimsuits
Yeah.
and they're good quality.
There you go. Okay, Walmart off the board. Chief, you're up.
All right, I'm taking this now because I feel like Sydney might take it on the next go around. But this is something I did in that Winchester, Tennessee. Then they had all these rivers and lakes. This like giant. It was actually a giant lake that they built during like the Tennessee Valley, whatever, the Great Depression. They gave electricity to like the whole South. It's called Jogging. You ever gone jogging?
Yeah, have you seen my videos?
I haven't seen it.
Yeah,
Sorry. Sorry.
yeah, I've been jogging.
But jugging.
Wow.
Now, I didn't actually do it with jugs. So jugging is catfishing, but you go out. It's actually so fun. You go out on the boat like late at night, and you just get kind of shit hammered on the boat, and then you put out like these. People use jugs. We would cut up a fanoodle that we would get at Walmart and tie a fishing line with a little bait to that, and just leave them in the water.
Like the pool noodles?
Yeah, like the pool noodles.
That's what I do. That's what I use.
Okay. And then you just leave. Yeah, you get drunk at night. You're driving around. You're cruising around, just dropping these things. It's fun. And then you go out the next morning. You pull up your catfish, and that's called jugging.
Yep. You
That
get
sounds
heavy,
super redneck.
some heavy braided line. You get a weight, maybe you don't want to wait, and then just tie it onto a pool noodle. Get your circle hook and bait.
She
you go.
knew way more than I did, but I just remember being on the boat at night.
That sounds fun.
It is actually
I would
fun.
like to go
It's
jogging.
actually fun. You don't know what you're gonna catch half the time, so it's just excited to pull it up.
Oh, so we always
It's for catfish.
Yeah,
But
okay.
sometimes something else will come along and
Okay.
bite the bait.
okay. We only ever got catfish.
It's usually mostly catfish,
Yeah.
but you don't know the size.
Yeah.
What kind of catfish? It's exciting. It's
It's
fun.
fun.
I like it a lot.
yeah, jugging. Jugging's my first pick.
It's a good pick.
And
That's
then,
a great pick. Now, and after a couple of rounds now, I mean, there's some very specific things that are going to hurt people, even though there's, like, that sounds as redneck as you can possibly
Yeah.
get, but no one's going to know that. I've never
I'm trying
heard
to
of it.
like dip into that experience a little bit. I don't know. This one, I feel like my next pick, I think of it as like a redneck thing, but maybe it's just, I'm not a car guy, but those stickers where they show the kid like pissing
Pissing?
on the other logo. So it's either you're pissing on the Chevy or the Ford logo typically.
Yeah.
I don't know, like in my head, that's a redneck thing, but I don't know if it could just be like a car guy thing.
I feel like it's just a car guy thing.
Yeah,
'Cause I see him like pissing on just random teams or
Yeah, White Sox or Cubs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've
There's a
seen
lot
the-
of kids in Crestwood and Elsip that have those logos, and that's not very redneck. But they
Oh,
do have
you
this-
just said it. It is. No offense to anybody that lives down there.
those are Southside hillbillies. That's different.
It is. There is a difference. There is a difference.
Those are the guys that jump on a field and beat up the Royals first base coach in 2003.
Yes. They were from Alsip.
I know.
Yeah. That's.
That's a dog walk. Sorry.
Those guys?
Yeah.
They're still in jail.
Oh, maybe
kid-
not.
Well, the one kid got popped for selling
Yeah,
meth or
he
something.
did something
Oh,
else.
big
Yeah.
felons.
Yeah.
Big felons.
Allegedly, Dave. I don't know what he got popped for.
Who gives a fuck? They're scumbags anyways.
Yeah, I know.
Drag their
I'm
names
just
through
trying
the
to
Hey,
keep
good
my,
pick, Chief.
I like my job.
So are we allowing that pick or what are we doing?
Yeah.
I mean, if you want it, I don't think it's a very
I don't
good
think
pick.
it's very
yeah,
red.
yeah.
no one's
I mean,
vetoing
yeah, I mean,
it.
you picked it.
I didn't know, like I threw it out there. Like I'm comfortable taking that, but I didn't know how it would be received from the panel here.
Can I tell you something?
Sure, Dave.
Give it
That
to him,
pick
Dave.
stinks.
Okay.
That pick stinks.
Well, not everybody can draft Confederate flags.
Whoa.
I mean, that pick it's like synonymous. Like a
Yeah, that's like To me, that's like a guy who thinks like they're super funny. They get that, and like some,
Yeah.
they're not even.
But you don't think that's a.
It's
See,
like,
I
oh,
feel
man,
like
I'm gonna fucking own them.
That's like a dad
See my
like a dad
sticker?
joke
Yeah,
almost.
yeah.
yeah.
Bad pick.
Okay.
It's back to me. Before I make my pick, I want to talk about a company that can help you if you're in a tough situation. Maybe you're doing some jugging. Maybe you're doing some mudding.
Maybe you're about to make a third round
Moonshining.
pick.
Yeah, I'm about to make a third round pick, but I got to talk about Dude products first. Okay. What could you use if you're covered with mud, Carl?
I could use a Dude Wipe shower, which is like an on-the-go Dude Wipe product. Love Dude products. I got the sniff going. Great deodorant products.
There you
If
go.
you're in the middle of the woods and you gotta go
That's
at elk
right.
camp this past year,
Yeah, Dude Wipes. Or did you bring the bidet, travel bidet?
dude, wipes.
Because they
have
have a
that.
bidet.
I know, yeah, the
Yeah.
bidet's awesome. But if they had a travel bidet, that'd be next level. Dudeproducts.com. Go enter code BC15 and you get 15% off your entire order. They got so much great shit. Showers. They got the obviously wipes. You guys know the drill by now. We love Dude Products. So go to dudeproducts.com. Enter code BC15. And really fits the theme of the draft. I mean, you need this kind
Big
of shit.
time.
Sydney, you know. 15% off. All right, it's to me. I'm going to go with a Hillbilly jacuzzi, a Hillbilly hot tub, which is when they put their bed of their truck and they make their bed of their truck into a hot tub. That is very
Is that
random.
common?
Oh, yeah. That's a thing.
We all,
It's a thing.
all our eyes dart to Sydney. Like,
I mean, I've seen it on TikTok.
Yeah.
I've
Hold
personally
on.
never seen somebody do it around me, but they've done it.
Yeah.
Maybe not like a jacuzzi, more like a pool.
Just a pool. Sorry, yeah. You're not going to get jets, obviously. But if you fill up your bed, if you put a tarp in your bed and you fill it up with water, that's a pretty redneck thing
That's
to do.
pretty redneck. People have done that.
Jam a couple leaf blowers in there just to get the bubbles. What about this?
look at these fucking rednecks.
Before we started the draft, Sydney disclosed that she has an F-150. My understanding is you do have, like, you have we could use that flatbed for a little pool outside.
Yes.
Apparently, it's very bad for your suspension and everything, which no surprise. But it's not good for the
We
car.
have a suspension guy, so don't worry.
Oh, okay. We could give it a shot.
Hey, look at,
Pool party.
look
coming
at
to
this,
you.
Ed.
I see it, Dave.
What is it? Tell the camera or tell the people what
It's
it
a
is.
guy sitting in the bed of his truck. He's got garbage bags lined up, and he has hoses in there, and there's water, and then there is a Confederate flag sitting in the truck. I mean, Dave, nobody could take a fucking absolute nuclear missile to a draft like you can. Man. I mean, it's unbelievable what you've done today.
Continue.
I'm trying. You're not letting me.
I just did. I looked up Hillbilly hot tub. That
Filling
was the
truck
first
with
picture I saw.
truck bed up with water. Yeah, I mean, you're a pretty big redneck if you do that. So that's my pick.
Also looks fun.
It does look fun. Yeah, I would do that.
Drink a couple beers.
Yeah, wait, that's not Susanna's. Isn't like that, right? They have like a whole nother hitch, or is it like an actual hot tub? I don't know if he's zoned out or what.
I'm sorry, I was thinking about my next pick. Can you?
Oh, okay. Not sorry.
I don't even know what you just said.
Susanna.
Okay, that is hitched to a wagon. I literally was living in a different world, so that
tell.
happens to me.
Did you have that on camera? That was wild.
Yeah, I was thinking, and I'm thinking about, man, Ed's really going to like this pick if I can pull this pick off over here. Susanna has a hot tub that is attached to a large Chevy, I think it's a Silverado. Sorry. I'm going to
That's
piss you.
okay.
We like Chevy here in this office.
Yeah, ChevyDriveChicago.com.
Yep.
No free ads. A big fucking hot tub. And then they get down there super early and the guy's got to fill it up. You know, her
Yep.
husband or handler, whoever that guy is.
Handler.
I can't believe. Well, actually, I kind of can.
Hey, and this podcast will drop after the
afterwards.
Lions are in town this weekend. I'm trying to get her to meet Whitesoxdave.
Stay tuned. Well, you'll know. This is like future.
So if that happened,
Future
if it didn't
self-talk.
happen, I would like to apologize. Then.
All right, Sydney, you're up.
Okay. Using your missing teeth as a cigarette holder.
Jesus Christ!
I had that.
What?
Delete.
No, you didn't.
I just deleted it. Ed.
All right, you control.
Well,
edit undo. Do edit undo.
how do you do that? Edit.
Z.
On
Command-
I had missing teeth. Oh, fuck.
Oh, that is not the same thing, man.
At all.
That's how I would have described
And then
it.
he goes, "You see your missing teeth as a cigarette holder." I had that.
I mean, that's exactly how I would have described it.
Williams,
Missing
you
teeth
are-
and smoking a red. That's like as white trash hillbilly redneck as it gets.
This is a true story. I had a friend that
Really?
actually the quarterback at the University of Illinois punched him in the face in the line to a bar. His front tooth came
Popped
right
out?
out.
He just left
Oh,
it.
Who was the
Cigarette holder.
quarterback?
I don't know.
All right, probably wasn't very good.
so cigarette and missing tooth.
A couple
spot?
years ago, 2 years ago. But I've seen, multiple people. Yeah.
Yeah,
You just hold it there.
that's
Why do you look so despondent right now?
I'm just thinking about the Illinois quarterback play, and
It's bad.
yeah.
Peters is all right.
just keeping a nice cigarette there, Dave. Would you do that if you were missing a tooth?
No,
No.
I got a reputation to uphold. It's too redneck for me.
Long cut only.
Yeah.
Not
Yeah.
only.
If someone even thinks about drafting dip, I will lose my shit.
Speaking of
Lose
which,
my shit.
we should take a dip. I forgot I was.
Oh,
Bad
we
on
have
me.
dip. Pass that around. Let's
All right,
let's
all
throw
right.
in
All right, we'll get it. Well, how about this? Sydney, you're up. Carl, you're up. Make your pick. I'll go get some cups. We'll do some dips for the boys. We'll try to get the
I'm up again.
momentum back in this room after Dave sucked it out with a fucking Hoover vacuum.
You're the one sucking it out right now. I dropped it.
Carl, you're up.
All right, I'm gonna take.
Lance,
I don't know if I want to pick.
Cups.
I have two picks that I'm moderately. I'm going to take the one I'm more committed to.
Okay.
That I think more appropriately aligns with rednecks. I took Bass Pro Shops in round 2. I'm taking trailer homes.
Yep.
I'm taking trailer homes because, like, you'll live in a trailer park, but then you'll have tens of thousands of dollars worth of, like, hunting equipment and shit.
Yeah.
You'll drive, like, the shittiest pickup truck, but then you'll have, like, a brand new fucking ATV. You know, just like the way rednecks budget and manage their own personal economics, where like the trailer home exists because fuck it, who gives a fuck about the home? We gotta go out and hunt, we gotta fish. Like I'm putting new tires to go mudding, just like really bizarre stuff. But you know what? That $30,000 trailer home, that's a nice home.
So
I think that's good for like hunting camp too, though. Like a lot of rednecks. That's a good pick because a lot of rednecks or a lot of hunters just get a nice trailer. It doesn't even have to be a nice trailer. Just put it out in the woods. That's where we're gonna stay when we're going hunting. I stay in a lot of trailers down south when I go places.
it's like, what's your address? Don't worry about it.
Don't worry about it. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. So this is going to be my next pick, but I was going to word it differently. But it's so like along the lines of what you're saying. Mine was going to be having your boat be more expensive than your house, like a fishing boat.
That
like-
would have been a good fucking pick, man.
I thought I would have been able to get it later, but now I can't.
It's only pouches, Chief. Don't worry. I'm a pussy.
No, I think pouches are a good responsible decision as you
Right.
age, unless you're dipping every day.
And they're dry. They're very dry. So make sure you use some
Fine.
water. Put some water in between them. He didn't do it. But trailer homes. It was on my board.
That should have been a
that
first
should have
round
been a
pick.
first rounder.
Yeah.
I agree with Dave.
Yeah.
I agree with Dave. It was one. I don't know. It was a good pick though.
Thank you. Because I'd said before, like I had a couple and I wasn't sure, and there's a feeling when you have a couple in your mind and then you pick one and then you guys are like, ooh, that's a good pick. We're like, fuck yeah, that's a good feeling.
Yeah. It's good. Whitesoxdave, you're up.
So I have a specific one if you guys will veto this, but I'm just saying like Southern vernacular, like saying fixin', y'all.
Dropping your G's,
Yeah, you did it too. You said hunting instead of hunting.
hunting and fishing.
Yeah,
So talking like a redneck?
So
I'm trying to figure out how.
I
to,
think your
Or-
best bet would be saying y'all.
that's
in my
what I
opinion.
have written down, but fixin'.
But I feel
like
also
I'm
that's just
fixing to go
country. That's
fishing.
not redneck.
It's like an accent.
Yeah.
Like
Y'all.
I fucking hate
I think it's
people
just
who
an-
type y'all.
I feel like it's just shit.
I do. I actually do.
I like y'all.
I am guilty of that.
You want to like y'all.
I do like y'all. I just don't feel like comfortable, authentic saying.
Like
it.
you wish you could.
I don't
Oh,
say
yeah.
it. I'll
Oh, yeah.
type it in a text message, but I won't say that out loud.
I get what you're saying.
But yeah, like fixing. Like I'm fixing to go hunt.
How do you want me to write this down?
Just I would say saying y'all.
Saying y'all?
Yeah.
Okay. I would say, I don't know, Sydney. I'm interested in your take on this one.
I feel like just a lot of people from down south say y'all in general just because it's kind of more of like an accent.
But like
Walker says it too.
Being from the north,
I mean,
you
I
just
say it
assume
sometimes.
that everybody from the south is
I feel like I
a
say it
hillbilly.
sometimes just because my friends say it so much that it kind of rubs off on me. It's not just like,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. That's kind of an iffy one. I wouldn't say that's
Yeah, I think it's
just redneck
yeah.
though. I feel like y'all, somebody could be in a suit and tie and going to work and says y'all just because that's how he's used to
Okay,
people
fair.
I
saying
agree.
it.
I think it's country. I don't think it's redneck. But nevertheless, it's your pick. What do you have next?
Drinking beer that only comes in 30 racks. So like Busch Light, Keystone Light, Natural Light. It's such a fucking like, and I'm not talking like college kids. It's different because you're bang for your buck. I'm talking like if you're a grown adult drinking that. Like I'm looking at someone drinking a Natty Light with a cut-off T-shirt, missing teeth, a mullet, saying y'all and fixin', that just got done having sex with their cousin, drinking a Natural Light. You guys don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
No, but
I
like
mean-
that to me, that's just like I think of freshmen in college more than I think of
Same.
yeah.
I think if you would, I think you had a little moment there where it made a lot of sense, where you said like adults only drinking 30s, because that would imply that like they're just still drinking cheap beer, which I would have like
Carl,
kind of
you know
be
who
able
I'm
to
talking
meet you
about.
halfway.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
But,
I'm
like,
thinking this is exactly what I've pictured in my head. The slack-jawed yokel from The Simpsons. You know who I'm talking about?
Yeah, Cletus.
Cletus. That's a fucking redneck name. Cletus.
Guys.
Like I can just imagine him like sitting there with like his gaggle of kids
still not great.
that
though,
are
Dave.
both his kids' aunt and mother. Is that how it would work? I don't know. Drinking a 30 rack. I don't know.
All right, Carl, back to you.
So your pick is 30 racks?
Drinking 30 racks as an adult. It's such a fucking hillbilly thing to drink Natural Light as an adult, unironically. But it's, I don't know how to put it.
I feel
Is
like
it-
a lot of people don't drink Natural Light though.
or
It's like a Busch
Keystone
Light.
or Busch Light. Any of them.
Yeah, I think
Just
if you
like
would have
be
taken one of
more-
those, it would have been a lot better than what you
Yeah,
took.
so I'll pick Busch Light.
Hands off the chest piece.
What do you mean?
You
It's
got
the same
30,
thing.
You got 30 rack.
That's how I want it worded.
Only Ken Jack can make that decision.
Yeah, that's up to Ken Jack. All right, Carl, you're up.
All right, we have jogging on the board. We have mudding on the board. I had never heard of those. I owe it to the rednecks that I have offended by saying you guys like Bass Pro Shop. Like I owe them a little fucking nugget. So here's the nugget for them. If you're a true redneck, you love Noodling Catfish.
That's a good one.
I'm taking Noodling Catfish, 4th round, all-time redneck activity.
Well,
Because
I
it's like,
don't-
yo, I can't, well, maybe not all-time, but hey, I
Yeah.
can't make it to the Bass Pro Shop. So I'm just going to go into the hole with my bare hands and catch a fish with my fist.
I think that is redneck. I have like scars on mine. Hannah Barron has so many. It's crazy. But I don't know if that's redneck. That's just redneck. But not everybody.
Okay.
So that's bare hands
It's a-
noodling?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
Yeah,
when you
that's
put
different.
your fish, Yeah. your hand under the,
Yeah.
and then you wait.
You
And
like-
then the catfish comes up and it tries to like eat your arm.
Yeah.
And you fucking pull that
It
thing
gets
out.
mad at you.
Yeah. First person I ever saw do that was Bear Grylls. He was like surviving somewhere in like South America, and he just got like a 40-pound catfish all the way up to like his elbow, and then threw it on land, and then beat the
Catfish
shit out
is
of
the
it with a stick.
It's like the state fish of rednecks in general. It's like the bald eagle is to America as catfish is to rednecks. That's fair, right?
I guess there has been a lot of like viral funny videos with people when it comes to like catfish.
From that. Noodling, yeah. I mean, you're fucking getting in there.
Yeah, because I want the people who are like, ooh, jugging's good.
Yeah.
I like a good muddin. I need to have a little.
You need an activity.
I need something that
Besides
ends in
fucking-
ing that not a lot of people know about.
I got a good one, I think.
All right,
Maybe.
Sydney, you're up.
Car hood sledding.
Never done that.
What in the
Yeah.
fuck is that?
People that have a car hood, like an old car hood,
Yeah.
tied up to
Oh,
the
yeah,
truck,
okay,
tied
okay,
up to the
okay.
side by side.
Yeah.
That
And-
sounds fun too.
And you're going sledding. I've had, we've done that back
Wow.
at home. A little dangerous, but it's fun.
Yeah, it sounds very dangerous, but also fun.
It's fun. Yeah.
Now, can you incorporate that with mud?
No, because it's on snow.
It's on
So
snow.
it's their winter sport.
It's a winter sport.
Yeah. It's their winter sport.
Is there a redneck like Olympics or something?
There should be. We should.
There should be.
Why don't we do it?
That.
Let's
Why
do
don't we
it.
organize it?
We should organize
Here's
it.
the 5 judges right
Now,
here. We'll
Carl-
judge every fucking contest.
Carl, you're a
not gonna
former
let-
insurance guy. What would it cost to insure an event like that?
Not much, because you just ask those people to sign waivers of liability, and you better fucking believe every single redneck's coming out of the woodwork. Hey, man, I got a pen. Can I just use the blood here from my thumb? Yeah, you're fine, dude.
Car hood sledding.
That's insane.
Oh, it's so fun. Until somebody gets hurt. But
Do you wear a helmet?
no.
All right, I like
That's a good
that.
pick.
I like the idea of that.
Yeah. Right?
Yeah,
Like, if I heard you did it, that's a cool, that's, but I'm not
I
getting
would
on.
like laugh and be like, "You're a fucking idiot," but it sounds fun.
I wouldn't even want to be in the passenger seat for that.
You wouldn't do it?
Fuck no.
I think I would probably do it.
I would give it a shot.
If you're in a side by side with a shorter rope and they didn't go super duper fast, you're gonna have a good time. If you're in the back of a truck pulling it, going super quick, why are you looking at me like
I mean,
that?
I won't go sledding.
You won't go sledding?
No, I won't go skiing.
Oh, that's different.
I'd kill myself if I tried to go skiing, I think.
I love skiing.
Never gone.
Sonny Bono, rest in peace.
All right,
1997.
car hood sledding. I learned that one. I did not know that was a thing before this.
yeah.
All right, it's to me. I have so many, and I just don't know what's going to be like. You might be the only one that would understand it, I feel, at this point. So I'm going to go one that's pretty universal. When I think of redneck, I do think of the chinstrap beard. I think that's very, very synonymous with being a red. I do.
That was
I do.
in for a while, though.
But
there was a time when I
that's
had
the
one.
point. Is they're a little behind. They're behind the.
They're like
times a
Kevin
little bit.
Federline looks
Yes,
awesome.
exactly.
Yeah,
Oh, he's so white trash.
exactly.
Yeah. So a lot of people rock the chinstrap beard down there. Be honest.
Yeah, to be funny. A lot of them do it to be.
I
do it
think-
to be funny, but I.
So it's not like the camo prom thing. They do the chin strap to be funny, and not.
Some people don't, but I don't know. I don't really know about that one.
You don't
Okay.
think so?
Well, I don't know. I'm.
It
kind
is
of
a white trash move for sure.
That's
At
what I'm
this
saying.
point.
I feel like, yeah. I don't know.
The chin strap. I always think of that. So I don't know. Maybe it's not a good pick.
Maybe it's because
but
I haven't seen somebody wear one recently.
I would just see so many down there, and I'd be like, oh my god, this guy's still rocking the chin strap. So yeah, chin strap beard. Chief, you're up.
All right. So 2 picks here. My last 2 picks. The first one I'm taking, having old appliances outside in your yard. So old appliances and furniture just outside of the yard. I feel like if you drive around these rural areas, you're just like, why is that dryer in your front yard? But it is there. Like inevitably, you just drive past houses that have appliances in the front yard. Crickets from around the room. Has nobody seen that?
No,
I'm
no,
laughing. I enjoy it.
I laughed. It was
I-
funny.
Okay.
I don't know if that's redneck.
Why not?
I think that's like
White trash.
white trash poor.
Where the
I don't know how to say
definition
poor.
is
I would
so,
say some people are like hoarders. I guess it could. I don't
Do you?
know.
I feel like I only see that in rural areas where.
Yeah, I mean, it is definitely in rural areas.
So
but,
this is where I'm getting discombobulated on the definition.
or maybe I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. That's a good pick. I just think that's maybe one of the hillbilly, redneck,
white
was
trash, which category
yeah,
is it in? And to me, that's kind of like a catch. Like
I
to me,
think
those
it's
are
a-
all basically the same.
I do think it's a good pick though, because that is.
Yeah.
I
That
think
is
if you
common. I think it's
drove,
good.
if you were watching like a Cops episode that takes place in like a suburb of Birmingham, Alabama, you would see lots of appliances in
Yeah.
front yards.
And I also feel like if you're driving through like upstate New York or like all these
Is
kinds
that
of.
all? You keep saying that. Like I
Well,
don't.
we have these family friends that had like this lake house that was like in the middle of nowhere, and if you had to like just guess where you were, you would think you're like in rural Georgia mountains.
No shit.
Yeah.
Where did it go that?
Yep.
I
They got a
like
big
it.
NASCAR race up there too.
I like
the
it.
Poconos and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
Yep.
What's your last pick?
Last pick, I'll do. It's not something that I've done. I've seen it done, and I'm like, that's fucking gross. But swimming in the cattle hole. So like if you are on a ranch, they will have, or down south, they'll have like the farms, and then they don't have like necessarily running water for the cows to drink. So they'll just fill it up with water, and it's like a little man-made pond basically, but it's still like lined with some kind of fucking liner. and then people just go swimming in that. Thoughts?
Yeah.
No, thank you.
Yeah.
Oh, people
seems-
swim in it?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Oh,
I don't know if I've seen. I don't. Maybe it happens. I don't know.
Sydney's like, what the fuck are you guys? What is your connotation of all our shit?
Well, this is like
She's from Illinois.
I've got a brother-in-law from Brownsville, Texas,
Yeah.
and they do this. And they're, no offense, Brad, redneck. So I would say, that's where the thought came from in my head. And I'm like, well, that's fucking gross.
I mean, it
But
is
that's-
redneck.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It sounds
It's like
something.
it's a swimming hole. It's a swim, like they're in
It's
a swimming.
probably fun.
It seems.
Is it big?
It's probably like it was like a circle, but like from here to like maybe our front door of the office. So from the studio to the front door. So however far that is, 40 feet, 50 feet, something like that. Across.
Do they make it into like a pond?
It's lined.
Okay, that makes sense. So like for the water not to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
otherwise it would just dry up.
Right.
I don't know. Then that's like not that gross.
I mean, that I would not go in that. No,
I mean,
absolutely
I mean,
not.
cows. Think about all the animals that go into regular ponds and lakes.
Yeah, but those are
That's like
different
wa-
than their-
like
and
flowing water.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
This
okay.
is like you'll be like seeing the
It's
cow
just
drink
sitting
out of
there.
it, and then it's pissing right next to it, and you're like, that's
Yeah,
flowing
I
in
don't
there.
know. I don't know.
Okay.
That's
I mean,
redneck. That's redneck.
Yeah.
that is something I could definitely. I've never seen it. I've never heard of it.
So-
That is like as redneck as it can possibly get, even if it doesn't exist.
All right, swimming in a cattle hole. So to me, my 5th round pick. Nobody's gonna know what this is besides Sydney, and I like in the graphic. It's not gonna help me, but I don't care. I just
Good for you.
I need this on my
Good for
board.
you, Ed.
What for doing this? You're
Yeah,
proud of me.
I am.
But this is like the one time when I saw this apparatus. It's not even an apparatus; it's a thing. In my hillbilly buddy's house, I was like stunned, and it's a mud jug. Do you know what a mud jug is?
I don't know if I.
So a mud jug. Listen to this.
You like mud?
A mud jug is it's a holder for dip that doesn't spill.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
And so
Yeah.
you spit in it, and it's like this big cylinder ball, and you could just keep dipping in it. Because you know, a big problem is like with Dave, you knock over a spitter, it's like, oh, everything's gross.
How have you not got one for the office yet?
I know, but it's
Nah,
just, but dude,
that's-
it's so gross. Like you could collect
That's
like
how you like start
3
new
dips worth.
diseases.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
That's
And like
Jesus.
kind of like Wayne's World, like the gun rack. If you dip so much that you necessitate a mud jug because you're worried about it and you don't like cleaning and wasting spitters, like that is redneck.
How many
Yeah.
do you go through, Dave?
Yeah.
So
how many
in college,
spitters do you go through in a week?
I rotate because I bring water home from here, so a lot, plenty.
I feel like we should. That's like
No,
if we
that's
do-
what-
And
That's
that's
an
the
office water. Whitesoxdave. That's a fucking redneck move. Put
I'm
that
not
there.
stealing it. I'm drinking it.
What did he do?
dumps out bottled water in the sink so he can spit it to the empty.
Yeah, exactly. Yes. I mean, this is
No, I don't do that. Like I'll bring water home.
Get this
But
Evian,
a lot of- I
get
know a
this
ton of
fucking
people that do
Evian
that,
out of my
though.
face.
Just
In
fucking
college,
waste waters.
ironically, I need to use that descriptor very, very distinctly. Ironically, my buddy Dusty and I, we had a Mott's apple juice gallon that we filled up together that just sat on our coffee table.
yeah, it's
Took
very
about,
college.
Gross.
yeah,
That's
it
gross.
was filled to the brim with dip spit
But-
from lots of people.
But that's such redneck
Yeah.
ingenuity too, that they found a way to make an unspillable spitter, and that's what a mud jug is. And I was just like,
Necessity is what is that expression?
yeah. No, I mean it's genius if you dip.
It
but
is.
See,
you
here's-
know,
I'm sure a
mine-
lot of people buy it.
Yeah, you can put it in a dishwasher
Oh.
and shit. Yeah, like it's just
It's like a spittoon. That's
It's
like
an
a brass spittoon.
unspillable.
it's pretty much unspillable spittoon. Yes,
It's not. I can't even really conceptualize. What's it called again?
a mud jug. Look it up. It's like a
Is it the thing that makes the sound when they spit in it in like
no,
the
that's
movies?
a-
That's like a
that's-
spittoon.
yeah,
That's
Yeah.
a
that's-
spittoon.
So I was watching.
It's crazy.
I was
dude.
doing a
It's-
rewatch.
Yeti
of,
makes them.
Do they? Yeti makes them too.
Oh yeah, they
Yep.
do.
Oh my god.
Wow.
I was watching doing a rewatch of
Peaky Blinders.
Peaky Blinders, and when they introduced, is it Claire or Grace? Is that her name? She was the
Grace.
informant.
Yes, and she dumps it all
She
out.
dumps it all out. I never noticed they had seen before. I guess they would do that in like England in the fucking early 1900s. I was like, really?
They would have the spittoon for the bar
Right
and
next to the.
yeah, and the
Thank
barmaid
you.
would have to dump it out on the
Yeah.
street outside.
The barmaid.
But that's redneck Sydney.
That's redneck.
The mud jug.
That's a really good one.
Yeah,
one.
I was like, this is like first round worthy if people really knew what it was, but I knew no one would. So
That's as fucking redneck white trash hillbilly as it gets.
I love Rucker. I love you, buddy. Sorry, Sydney, to you.
This is my last pick.
Yeah.
I'm having a hard time. I don't
And
know if I
don't
should do
be wrong.
something
We do-
very vague that everybody's like, oh yeah, duh, or something that's like, what? People do that? Why do people do that?
Educate the people. We
Yeah.
also do honorable mentions at the end. So if you have other ones, I would say take your best one, and then we'll go through all of them at the end.
Maybe one that's like not as common people know.
However you define that, whatever you think your best.
That's
one
a
is.
that's a common debate. So whatever you think, and then we could go through honorable mentions at the end.
Pressure's on.
I have two. Okay. All right, I'll just do this other one. Okay. Putting worms in a chew can to take fishing.
Like a dip can?
Yeah. If you finish
Love
your
it.
can, you keep it and you poke holes in it and you put worms in it from the ground after you go worming.
I love it.
After you go worming, and then you have
After you
your
go
worms and you
worming.
put them in the fridge and you take them out whenever you want to go.
See, like that's
fishing.
what I really thought. Shit like that is really what I thought of with this draft because it's just like shit that
Like
you
it.
just go the extra level to make it a little grimier.
It's
you know
so
what I mean?
foreign.
Yeah.
It's like
yeah.
I really like. I just can't even believe that's a thing. But it makes sense.
Oh,
But,
yeah, it makes all the sense in the world.
Define it. Say the first thing you said again. How'd you word it again?
I said putting worms in a chew can. So something.
Worms in a tin can in a tin.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you guys have you heard of wormin?
Nope.
So that's like in there. Like you go wormin and then you put it in a chew can. So that's when wormin.
So worming, that's the process of finding worms
yes.
as bait.
So wormin and
I
put
would
them
do
in a
that
chew
when I
can.
was, like,
That's
10,
what
12 years
it would
old.
be. Yeah. So at night after
Morville.
a hard rain,
Yep.
you
Get
get
out
your
there and worm.
flashlight.
Get some
and
worms.
You pick some worms up
All right.
and then you put them
And
in the
the-
can.
Don't you need them to be alive?
Yeah, that's
Oh.
what you put. Like, you put
Mud
depending
and
how you
dirt,
want.
yeah.
So you just put.
I gotcha.
You put dirt in it, and then they like to be cold, so you put them in the fridge. Or I get a big bucket if I'm gonna catch a bunch, dig up some dirt, put it in there, put the worms in
Alright.
there, and then put it
I
somewhere
like that.
cool.
Worming.
I feel like it's not very feasible though. Like a tin is so small unless you're using the Stoker's thing. You know the Stoker's bucket.
It just depends
But
what
yeah,
people.
yeah.
Even if it doesn't have to be a chew can, I guess it
Yeah,
could be
yeah, yeah,
literally.
yeah.
Or you'll put it in a bucket, and then you'll put the worms in the chew can,
In the bucket.
and then. Well, yeah, from the bucket
Yeah.
to the
To the chew-
to
yeah.
the chew can, then you're leaving and doing your thing. So
Gotcha.
you're not taking a ton at a time, and some of them are dying.
Okay.
Got you.
All right.
Good one.
Yeah.
I mean, that is something I've never used a chew can or a dip can for it. But
Yeah,
when
be
I was
hard.
young, we'd go fishing in the neighborhoods and shit, and we would go out and
Go
actually
worming.
find worms for it.
Yeah.
Yep. Free bait.
Free bait. Carl.
So I was hoping that I'd be able to get this in the fifth round, and I have been trying to figure out a way to work this into the graphic. In my estimation, so he's the most famous redneck of all time. He's a guy who took redneck culture and made it like a viral, hilarious thing. Jeff Foxworthy, all-time fucking redneck with the redneck jokes that have gone viral. Or that not just they like defined his career. Now I don't know if it's like just Jeff Foxworthy or going to a Jeff Foxworthy show.
Yeah.
But I was pulling up his tour dates and it's like he's in Montgomery, Alabama, and Biloxi, Mississippi, and fucking Corbin, Kentucky, and just like all these just like
Still touring.
oh yeah.
You could've
still
told-
telling the redneck joke. He writes a redneck joke every day.
You could have told me that he was dead, and I would have believed you.
Are you smarter than a fifth grader, right? Wasn't it the show?
Was he on that
Was
too?
he that?
He was the host.
He's only 63.
He's definitely the OG of that. There's like
The other one's very
There's other.
easy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the other
well,
one.
No, the other one, but the other
I
one.
feel like there's two other ones.
The other one is a Nebraska guy, big time like farm boy. I know we can talk about it in the honorable mention because we still have another pick to go.
Yeah.
But Foxworthy is.
I'll tell you this. Here, you can go
Georgian
because I'm not going to draft
redneck.
any of them.
I'm so mad. I had a better pick.
Oh,
Ooh.
that's
Because all right, you want me to say his name?
Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead. I'm not going to take
Because
it.
I was between him and Larry the Cable
Yeah,
Guy.
that
Yes.
was Larry the Cable Guy's
I
the
feel-
easy one.
He
What's
has
the
leaned
one other
more
one?
into that persona.
I think there's another one though that a lot of rednecks.
The white hair guy. What's his name?
Ron White is from Texas,
Okay, I think that's.
and
the guy.
he's more
I
of
was
like
thinking
a
that.
he's
Who
more
are
of
you
like a
thinking?
I don't know.
South
I was
culture.
when I'm thinking like redneck, like especially I feel like the like young generation is like Earl Dibbles Jr.
Yeah.
Who? Say it again.
Yeah.
Earl Dibbles Jr. Right?
Jeff Foxworthy fucking crawled
Yeah.
so that guy could walk.
Right, and it's like you might be a redneck if you have a TV on top of a broken TV, like that kind of like
You cut your grass and you find your car.
Mm-hmm.
You know, shit like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
So I guess if I more just want to bring up just Jeff Foxworthy and say that guy took redneck and made it a thing where like you'd be in Minneapolis and be like, yeah, I know what a redneck is. I know who Jeff Foxworthy is, and he was doing this shit before the internet.
Yeah,
So
he's a VHS tape guy.
I love.
Yeah.
I shouldn't say love Jeff Foxworthy, but within the context of like redneck culture,
He's
You're happy
out
with
there.
what
He's
he's
doing
I'm,
it.
I'm happy that I get to be like, yeah, I got Jeff Foxworthy.
Yeah.
That's my redneck.
I think that's a good pick.
It's okay.
I don't really know much about him. I know,
But like I know
enough
that-
about him. Yeah.
yeah.
Do
Like
you-
Eddie and Sydney, like you
saying-
guys came in here with like legit true redneck shit. Like I mean, like I'm not gonna be mean, but like you could pass very easily for a redneck tomorrow. Are you redneck?
I would
You got
consider,
some redneck blood, maybe.
Yeah, I wouldn't consider like myself a full-on redneck because I like to like dress up and go to the city and do those things. But I definitely am tomboy. I would say I have a tomboy side that has a little bit of redneck in me too.
Okay.
Do you have brothers?
I have a brother.
Was he a redneck?
My dad's a redneck.
Okay.
There we go. There we go.
My dad has. We'll talk about it after. I don't want to give away some other stuff.
Okay.
All right,
Yeah,
I'm just
Dave's
gonna go
laughing.
ahead and throw it out there so we can.
Mr. Irrelevant.
Mr. Irrelevant, Carnies.
Wait, what?
Aren't they their own?
That yeah.
Carnies is as redneck as it absolutely. They're white trash hillbilly carnies with missing teeth and mullets.
I don't
And
think that
jean
carnies are
shorts.
necessarily one race.
No, I feel like this.
I feel Tom, you had a funny reaction. If you could chime in here for a
What
second.
planet am I on here?
Your own, dude.
We ask that
Carni-
every day. man.
Carnies are carnies.
Carney, yeah, they're all white trash. If you're a carny,
Disagree.
you're a redneck.
There's a better.
You don't have to be.
There's a better pick in there, but I'm not gonna.
Well, go ahead, say it. We're done.
No, I mean,
I'm drafting carnies. Carnies is as fucking redneck as it gets.
So
Whatever.
you-
it's
you-
not controversial. I'll take it.
All right, let's do honorable mentions. Dave,
We're
pick
really
Carnies.
good at stuff. This
Okay,
is
here's
not
my
it.
honorable mentions. I'm just gonna throw them all out there. Cut off jeans. Carnies is. I didn't take that off the list yet. Kid Rock. Well, I had it because it was my last pick.
No,
I just
know.
didn't erase
I
it
know.
from my list of things I got. Kid Rock, John Denver, Country Roads, Sweet Home Alabama, and Smoking Crack. Smoking Crack's a very redneck thing.
I've
never done
I
it
thought for sure Dave was taking meth. I had meth on my board. I was like, I don't want to go down there. That's more hillbilly. I thought
Okay.
you would have been big meth.
Meth, crack, it's all the same to me.
Okay. Any other ones?
Cut off jeans is a very.
So cut off
Yeah.
jeans is a
Which
good
one?
one. I
Yeah.
was thinking cut off shirts.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
Like nobody even said like hunting, fishing, outdoors, sports.
I don't-
I
we
didn't-
had two
Yee yee.
fishing.
I guess so.
Yeah.
Screaming yee yee.
Okay.
What's yee yee?
Oh yeah, that's
That is-
you never heard.
Yeah,
Yee
yeah.
I don't think so.
That's a good one. That's a really good one.
Yeah.
Okay.
What the heck? I should
Give
have
us
said that
give
one.
us a big yee yee in the mic.
Oh, I don't really.
No, 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 you gotta do
Yeah,
it.
do
You gotta do it.
Yee yee.
yee.
So, drive your tractor to school day.
Oh fuck! I
That's
had
a
friends
thing?
that did that. Yes.
You've never heard of that? I thought that
no.
was so vague.
The
Have you heard of
FF
that?
What is it? The FFAA?
FFA. Have
Or
you
the
guys ever heard of FFA?
I never
Oh
did until
my
I got to
gosh.
college, and
See?
half my friends were like.
Are
in
you
it.
kidding?
I never
Shop
heard of it.
class?
Well, we had shop class.
We had shop class.
Yeah.
You guys never heard of FFA and Drive Your
Future
Tractor to
Farmers
School of America?
Yeah.
I should have said all
Say it.
those.
What does it stand for again?
Future Farmers of America. And I had friends
And
that
then-
were like in that.
And then there was
Or
like
have friends.
homecoming for them practically, and one of the days was drive your tractor to
Yeah.
school day, muddiest truck, that kind of stuff. I had this was a good one. So tube in ditches during a flood. You hook up a tube
Oh, yeah.
behind your truck and you tube on the ditches.
Living in places that flood.
Just put it.
Oh, that was a little offensive, sneaky. No, it was good though. I liked it. It was
Well, that's
good.
because I don't think they do the pre-work on the floodplains. Like Cook County's big on floodplains. That's a different story.
Or like putting up a trail cam, so you know, like the Ring doorbells. You've heard
Yeah,
have
yeah.
you guys heard of a trail camera?
Oh yeah.
Deer camp. Like
Get
Like
the-
a deer camera.
Okay.
People use that on their front porch instead of like a Ring camera
Okay.
to catch people coming in and out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that's.
What else you got? Anything else? Is that the end of the list?
I got a bunch.
I had some
couple
more,
here.
but
You want me to do some?
yeah, go ahead.
Have your truck so lifted that you need milk crates to get in? Have you ever seen someone do that?
Yes, that's funny.
Yes. Having stacks in your pickup truck
Stacks up.
That's the
Oh
most
yes, I
yes.
was gonna say that
That's
too.
the most redneck.
With all the exhaust that's coming out.
Yeah, so like you know how your like
yeah.
a semi truck
Oh, yeah,
exhaust
yeah,
is
yeah.
like up in the air.
Yep.
People like
And then they put the American flag.
yes, they will like rework their truck to not have their exhaust like below the truck and have it a
Yeah.
big stack. Very redneck.
That's
yes,
redneck.
that's
That's redneck.
I have Copperhead Road.
that's
Like,
a good one.
Yeah, like just like there's anytime you go to like Southern Illinois, there's like a dance that always comes on and like floods of them come to the fucking dance floor and just
That's
start
honestly
doing it.
just a great song.
Yeah, it's a good
Yeah.
song, but like I just be like, what the fuck are they dancing to? Barbed wire tat.
Oh yeah,
One,
Yeah.
especially one that's not finished.
it's funny because do you remember when we interviewed Brian at Werlacher?
Yeah,
What was going through his head?
he said that too. I have keys clipped to belt loop
That's a good one.
with and as well as a phone clip.
Ah,
I'm telling you, bro, those people like literally like
if
they,
you're in the trades, electrician,
sure
carpentry.
it
Yeah.
exists in that too. I just have one of my buddies. They went squirrel. They ate squirrel, which is like I don't know. Maybe it's not Sydney.
I just
It's like
did
Bobby
I
Boucher's
just did
mom.
a squirrel video.
Did you? Okay.
I shot squirrels with my bow.
I was texting with my guy Brad, my brother-in-law, last night, and he said varmint hunting.
Varmint.
Okay.
That's like
varmint hunting. which-
Squirrels are really good to eat. Okay, you guys might be looking
I
at
would
me
try
weird.
a squirrel.
I
They
would try
are.
squirrel,
They're
yeah.
people. They're good to eat. But I mean, you only kill like and with anything else that you don't have a limit on. You just kill as many as you're going to eat. You don't
Yeah.
one of my
yeah.
college
kill
buddies.
two because I was the only person
In
that
the
were
fall,
gonna eat
he would go
How do you-
hunting every weekend. And he would come back in his big ass fucking pickup truck, which is pelts of coyotes. Just
those
not
are-
like
Yeah.
mountains
Yeah.
of them.
Do I have
Those
to
are
give
just-
my coyote fact? It's like my favorite fact in the world.
Go. I like this fact.
All right, so
You can't. They'll never go extinct.
yeah, you can't exterminate them because they like something about their like biology when they do like the howling. That's effectively a census, and the females will release. How many eggs they release is dependent on how many males are in their area and how far away they are.
I never knew
So
that.
if you have like a ton of males, you might have a 2-pup litter, and if there's like nobody, then they'll have 7.
I didn't know that.
Crazy fact, right?
It's cool.
I have fishing hook on the hat.
Oh, that's a great one.
Oh,
Good
that was a
one.
good
That's
one.
a great one. That should have absolutely been taken.
I have. This is a little outside the box, but I just always associated with just owning and being like a big DVD guy. Still in this age.
like in 2021.
I'm telling you, like I
DVDs.
spent a lot of time with these guys. You will probably understand and appreciate this one. Like retweeting and like heavily following that Cloyd Rivers guy.
Oh,
Yeah.
that guy sucks.
Well,
Yep.
yeah, it's just very, very part of And then my last one is just Axe body spray.
The character,
It's a big, big move. Is Axe body spray?
the caricature of Cloyd Rivers is the exact stereotype I'm thinking of.
Should have had like deer mounts in the living room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I think that deer mounts in the living room, but like if you're outdoorsy and stuff, and you like I feel like you can be outdoorsy and hunt without being a redneck,
yeah, that's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah,
How
definitely.
about
Totally can. Totally.
right? And
Yeah.
I just a couple of the other person I thought about taking was a fictional person, Farmer Fran, but he's more like Bayou. But I
Yeah.
love like not knowing what he's saying. We're like he's just like the quintessential
Yeah.
Yeah.
redneck. But I thought too much Bayou, having multiple sets of tires where you're like, oh, these tires go on this and that, unsanctioned fights that are like organized. So like, yeah, we're gonna go fight in this guy's backyard. There'll be like a makeshift
It's like
ring.
the birthplace of Rough and Rowdy.
Rough and
Exactly.
Rowdy,
So
yeah.
it was some way where I was like, well, rough and rowdy, but that's very hillbilly-ish. But
Yeah.
it's also very redneck too. Dirt roads, swallowing dip spit.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Gutting it.
Yeah, like that's
Yeah.
it.
I don't know
Gutting it.
anything when it comes to that.
That
Gutting's
I
pretty
disavow.
redneck. Have you've dipped before? Right?
No.
Really?
She turned one
Never
down.
once?
We asked.
Does it look like I would do that?
Yeah,
But I-
sounds like
I mean,
it.
when in Rome,
Sounds like
maybe.
it.
Did you
Did
look
you
like
not-
someone that would go and kill dozens of
Okay.
feral
I've got,
hogs?
Okay,
I've
that's
gotten,
true.
yeah, that is.
I think
there
not
you
even
go.
like
Sorry,
a bad
Carl.
thing. I'm just
I've
saying,
got
like,
my
I just know
sisters to dip.
a lot.
No,
with
I
Sangamon,
never dipped.
I've got
Sangamon
my
County
sisters to
Fair.
dip.
You throw a dip in, like
So, did you say Sangamon?
yeah,
How about
I love
how
the
about-
Sangamon County Fair.
good fair.
It's so fun.
good fair.
My best friend lives in New Berlin,
Oh, there you
where
go.
it's at. Yeah.
See,
All right,
How,
3 more. This one might be really insulting to Sydney, but sitting in a deer stand for 8 hours without killing anything and still having a really good time. It's like as redneck to me as it gets.
I
What
gotta
about I
tell
had a peaceful morning, like
But-
didn't see shit.
I gotta tell you the truth though, like that's it's actually horrible. It's horrible.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's not fun. I mean, it's when it's freezing cold outside during the rut.
tough.
The rut is when like they're chasing the
Yep.
does, and it's horrible sitting in the blind and not seeing anything. Horrible.
Yeah.
And then I think to myself,
But you go back there the next day.
well, yeah, because
the
I
next day.
really want to kill a deer,
How much of
Big buck.
your meat intake is stuff that you killed yourself?
like everything.
Everything. I like
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Which
I
is
like that
it's
a lot.
really,
You know what we're
it's
gonna
really
need
good.
to do? This is what we did in college. Sorry, I've dropped that a bunch. We went on Craigslist and got like one of the garage freezers.
Yeah.
And my buddies would come. We'd pay them $20. It was like, how much is it to get a full deer process? I remember it was only like
I think it's like
150
$100
bucks.
something. Yeah.
It was
To
cheap.
process
So we'd
it?
all
Yeah.
Okay.
We would have sausages, burger patties, fillets, cutlets, like everything.
What I'll
And
do.
we had fucking meat for the year.
Yeah.
And we all paid like $20 a pop.
This year too, because it's like we
Yeah,
do a lot
you
of
should-
dough managing too. I can bring all that meat back if you guys ever want some too. It's like
Yep.
1,000%.
Did you say that too? An extra freezer for deer meat is
Yeah.
yeah,
How about making?
because
cool-
venison is so healthy and it's so
I've heard
good.
that.
It's
Yeah.
super lean. Yeah, it's very
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
It's very good.
Yeah.
We'd have breakfast like sausage with the seasoning. It was awesome, and it was cheap as shit to do.
Jerky.
Yeah,
I have two. My last two go together.
Okay.
Colleges, like fraternities and sororities, will do barn dance. That's not like very redneck, but the way barn dance works with, and this is where my head was when I was like not paying attention at all. Would I use as honorable mention or working in the fifth round the Agger and the farmhouse kids that then do the
yeah.
barn dance?
Agger.
So Agger is Alpha Gamma Rho, and it
Okay.
is an agricultural fraternity that's national. And I'm not joking. You need like a fucking John Deere, at least an F-150,
Yeah.
multiple shotguns,
Oh, yeah.
and you have to be studying agricultural science to even like rush the house, much less pledge it, much less join it and become an active
The
member.
one-
And they're fucking crazy
The one
about
at
it.
U of I is a pretty good one.
The two houses at Illinois are Farmhouse, which is like whatever, Farmhouse, which is some take on the Greek alphabet, and then the Agger House. And they are by far the nicest houses, the most well-kept, the most heavily funded from
Yeah.
alumni,
Yeah.
the most like actively engaged in the community. These kids are like rock stars,
The
but
one-
they don't party on campus. They fucking go out to the barns and
Yeah.
like they're very inaccessible to the rest of the student
And they
body.
have the hog roast.
yes.
Yes, and the one at Western Illinois is super nice.
They have a nice house, yeah.
So nice.
Western is
Like
a
the
nice
inside's
house.
beautiful.
Because
Yeah.
they take such good care of it, and they like fix it up, and the rooms are gorgeous,
Yep.
and everything's where then you'll go into like the beta house. Well, it doesn't exist anymore, and the beta house at Illinois wouldn't even have furniture in the front room because they're like it just gets trashed in
yeah,
like a
yeah.
week. So we just keep
Yeah.
our front rooms empty with like lawn chairs.
Yeah. We had some beef with the Jaggers.
Why?
Yeah. I don't know. It's just
I feel like
He's
those
like
are-
tough spot.
we had some beef.
I
Well,
got-
they were cool though. We had some friends though too.
One quick question: is drinking beer out of a koozie, is that kind of white trash or hillbilly or?
I'm
What?
a big koozie guy.
No.
I could see it though. I
Yeah.
have one of my redneck buddy. He like collects koozies. So I don't
Okay,
know.
that's more hillbilly.
I feel, and
Or
I've been
Hating
to,
Democrats, Democratic liberal.
I've been to like weddings and stuff where I've been to southern weddings where they give away koozies as like a party favor.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Making clothes out of flags. That would be my last one.
Okay.
I feel like
Yeah,
that's
yeah. I
very-
saw like
yeah.
American flag
Rope
bathing
swings?
suit.
Rope swings.
That's a good one.
don't
Even though
see, is that-
they're fun.
I think I feel like a lot of people in my neighborhood had rope swings growing up. St. Charles,
They're probably a little nicer than these ones we're thinking of though.
probably. Yeah.
I'll read them through one more time. Chief, NASCAR, Jogging, the peeing bumper sticker, old appliances in the yard, swimming in cattle hole, Eddie, mudding, Walmart, filling truck bed up with water, Chinstrap beard, mud jug, Sydney, camo prom dress, balls hanging from truck bed, cigarette missing tooth, car hood sledding, worms in a dip can, Carl, fucking your cousin, Bass Pro Shop, Trailer Homes, Noodling Catfish, Jeff Foxworthy, Whitesoxdave, Mullets, Moonshining, saying y'all, drinking beer only in 30 racks and carnies. Tom, how would you say this went today?
It was a great snake draft.
A lot of editing for Tom today.
Today.
My pick I was thinking of is county fairs instead of carnies. Like our
Oh.
county
I
fairs.
had carnivals,
County fair.
but county fairs specifically.
County
A
fairs are
county
so
fair.
fun. Sangamon County, so
it's a
fun.
good- yeah.
But Chief
I
was
went this
saying
year.
upstate New
Yeah,
York, you go to
there's
a county
more.
fair, you would think you're in like the dead of the South.
Beer
Yeah.
tents. Beer tents.
Yeah. Carl, everything good? How'd you enjoy the draft?
Yeah, I mean, this is just my brain has been Again, I don't want to go back to the fruit draft, but when you have a fruit draft, it's kind of different. You got a board, you're working through. This is more, the brain really works on these ones. I'm tired.
Do you think people will be mad at us for this draft, Sydney? Like, will it be,
I feel like maybe they'd get butthurt, but you can't be mad about it. It's just like all fun and people see it out there. I mean, I'm from the middle of nowhere, and it's funny.
It's all in fun. It's all in fun.
I like to go out and do all this. Okay, most of the stuff, not all of it, but I mean,
not mud jugs.
Yeah.
Yeah, if it makes the people who are offended feel any better, like I'm an urban meatball who's got major hypochondriac tendencies and like doesn't go outside. I can't load a gun. I don't know how to shoot a bow and arrow. Like for all intents and purposes on paper, like I'm a pretty big pussy when it comes to this stuff. So like if you want to take offense to this, like I'm an easy target. Like,
Carl's like, go outside.
Yeah.
Fuck that.
Whoa.
Yeah.
AC, like we have passionate arguments about whether the AC should be 71, 72 auto or the fan on full time. Like for all intents and purposes, I'm a loser.
Yeah.
So
there's nothing
No,
wrong
we should do.
with any of these. There's nothing wrong with it. I'm a redneck. I mean,
Yeah.
maybe not full on redneck, but I have
Yeah,
redneck
yeah.
in me. My family's a bunch of rednecks.
People,
Hey, we do all of this stuff. Most of the stuff, not all of it, but
What do you
not the
What
first
do you
pick.
have for Thanksgiving? Is your Thanksgiving like
Do you have
feast
like
different than
grits
ours?
and collard
No, I
greens?
just mean
Deep fry the
like
turkey.
we
So I have
have a
somebody-
turkey. Do you
Yeah.
do like?
We have a turkey. We
Okay.
usually like have turkey.
Is that a crazy question?
No,
Yeah,
we
I
have
mean,
a
it's
turkey.
like
We have a turkey. My dad likes to trap animals,
Okay.
so you have to have a trapping license.
That sounds
and
kind of
everything.
rednecky.
So trapping is like big time, yeah. It's
Yeah.
kind of rednecky, and he likes to trap. So our family is always joking around like we don't really know what we're eating sometimes. We used to have these big 4th of July parties. Like everybody would come from out of town, and they were always like, oh, I wonder what Tim made.
Beaver.
Squirrel.
Is it? I was just joking. Is it true?
He made beaver one time for Thanksgiving that I trapped. He's like, everybody try this, try it. I was like, oh gosh, what is it? So we all tried it. Half people loved it, half people I did not like it.
What's like the worst meat that your dad or that you've ever like caught, like wild game that you've eaten?
Oh, I don't know. That's a hard question.
Okay.
so much of it to think about.
I like all the meat we usually have because
Okay.
I didn't like the beaver. And
Okay.
it also kind of threw me off a little bit. But he cooks everything he catches or kills.
Okay.
Or we do all of it, but
Yeah,
it's usually good. You just got to prepare it right.
you're right.
There you go.
I'm interested in the squirrel.
It's good. It's
I'll
like
try the
chicken.
squirrel.
See, that's what I would make fun of my friend for that because he tried to claim to me that a Southern Illinois squirrel is like organic because it's down there eating berries and whatnot in the forest, and the ones up here are not because
They're
it's eating
trash.
fucking Dunkin'
Yeah.
Donuts bottles and
Yeah.
shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's why, like, when I think of squirrel, I like see the squirrel that's like been, hacking at that Dunkin' Donuts cup.
Yeah.
You know what I
They-
mean? So that's not like who's eating that.
Yeah.
There
yeah.
was an
I
episode-
can see that.
You see what I
Well,
mean?
different.
That's what I mean.
I think that there's some truth to that, and that there was a Steven Ranella Meat Eater episode where they did squirrel hunting and eating, and the squirrel, and they're in Kentucky. They were fucking enormous. They were like
yeah.
rabbits. Like they're just big
You know,
squirrels.
I thought about too. I'm not like grossed out when I see it. Like I don't like squirrels. Don't really get me like squeamish, but rats do.
Well, that's the thing from that movie, from Inglourious Basterds, like the opening scene. You ever seen that, Ed?
I have
not.
seen Inglourious
Yeah.
Basterds. It's
Yeah,
been a
so
while.
the opening
That's-
scene was like a squirrel and a rat, the same thing except for the tail. But we like squirrels, we don't like rats. Figure
Yeah,
that out.
why is that? I
They're
wonder.
they're
But
the
squirrels
exact
are
same thing.
better looking than rats.
Yeah, that's true.
I
No,
think so. They got
It's the
better
color-
eyes.
It's the color.
When I was thinking of this, I was trying to think of a way to put this, but I just ended up taking off my list completely because I couldn't word it. But there's some way somehow possums are like incorporated with redneck culture.
Possums
I don't
are
know how
like-
or why, but they're so ugly and disgusting, and I just associate them with like white trash people.
But they're very good for like they're like the only varmint, or would it be considered a varmint? The possum.
You tell
Vermin.
us.
It's actually, I'm not joking. A possum is its completely own type of
It's a marsupial.
species. Yes, and so there,
That is true.
it's a marsupial in most parts of the world.
Oh, yes.
The ones that we know are only specific to North America.
Oh, really?
They don't exist elsewhere.
They're scary.
Yeah, well, they like eat ticks and like all the good stuff that not a lot of animals eat. That they're good. They're good for
We
the
like-
environment. We don't want to run over them. We want to leave them alone. They're
Really?
harmless. Let them do their own thing.
wow.
My dog's
Yeah.
my dad's house.
They might
has
be
snapped
ugly,
on
but
a few, and
just let them
they're-
go do
Yeah,
do their own thing.
I didn't
How do
realize
they
that.
taste?
I've never tasted
Okay.
possum.
that was the. Ooh.
I think they're the only animal that can feign death as a
See,
protective.
I've
Playing
heard that's
possum?
not even true.
No,
yeah,
I-
it is. They
Ed-
can. They
Oh,
can.
yeah.
They
I
have a whole thing. They'll
swear
lay dead
to
for 8
Christ
hours.
it's
They
true.
don't. They'll do something with their eyes, and then they have like this movement or something with their hand that like signifies it, like, yo, this thing's fucking dead. And the reason they do that is because predators don't want to eat something that they haven't killed. So like, if I'm a predator and I want to eat this possum or a possum, then you want to kill that opossum and then eat it. You don't want to come upon a dead opossum and then, like, scavenger animals will do that.
Yeah.
See, this is what I read here, and this is what playing dead is not what possums do. Many people believe it's like an act that they do, but it's really a tonic immobility in thanatosis, and it enters the body into like a gatanic state of fear, and that's why they do that.
Like the goats.
Like the fainting goats.
The fainting
Yeah.
goats, yeah. They're
You know what I mean? So it's not like you're like, oh, I'm just going to pretend.
My dog.
Yeah, once you get to the point where you're like, I am fucked, their reaction is to like, they go, and it's not like they can play that and then they wake themselves up like, ooh, the predator's gone. They go into the state for hours.
Yes, which is interesting because I don't think people knew that.
I didn't. I learned something.
No, a couple years ago,
You're welcome,
my
Chief.
dad's dog Guinness was just going batshit crazy. And it was night. We were just chilling on my dad's deck, drinking a few great tasting Les Philly Miller Lights. And he's going crazy. And I look, there's a fucking possum along the fence line and didn't move an inch. Did not move an inch. And he eventually let it be and it scampered off, but it did not move an inch.
Yeah,
I thought it was dead.
Well, all right then, Sydney. Thank you. Welcome. You'll be back on, I'm sure. We'll do something that
Yeah, come on, Red Line.
Whatever's going on. But all right, that's it, everybody. Thank you for listening. We'll be back tomorrow. We will see you then.